Alright guys, so welcome back to another video. So today I'm gonna take you through my session, open day with Callaway, where I tried the Apex 21 irons, and basically it's gonna be a good comparison because they're about the same specs as my current irons, which are the TaylorMade Tour M2s. And I did try the 7 iron, which is 30.5 in loft and the same length. The swing weight is D2, so it's exactly the same as mine. Now, when you do these fittings, the first thing that they want you to do is to hit your own clubs. So I did that, and on this particular session, I was having a pretty good day. So I was swinging pretty good, as opposed to other days where I normally don't hit very well under pressure. So I hit about 4 shots with my TaylorMade clubs, 7 iron, and I had some good numbers with it. So I'll go over the data that I have with my own clubs first. As you can see here, the average swing speed was 77 miles per hour, which is in line with what I do even with the Mevo Plus. This is just in TrackMan, obviously. Angle of attack negative 1.4, so that's pretty good. Ball speed 105, a smash 136. The spin rate, I kind of struggle with that with my 7 iron. It's a little low. I don't know if it's due to the club head or the shaft, but it's about 45,000. Carry distance about 138, so that's what I normally do, from 150 to 160. They did include one bad shot in there. I don't know why they left it out there, but that brings out the average. Total, I'm not looking at the total distance because there was a hill at the end, so that's gonna have a big role. Dynamic loft is 25.4. So let's look at the Callaway Apex 21 now. The first feeling when I hit the Apex was obviously I didn't feel any difference in the weight because it was exact same weight, a D2, mine's a D2. So what I felt was it felt really good on impact. So I think that's due to the forged head, probably, because mines are not forged. So, and I don't know if you can hear in the video the sound. It was a little different. It was a good sound for me. I hit about 4 shots, and overall I was really consistent with the Apex. Without looking at the numbers, I already felt that it was a little more forgiving than my irons. The shaft that I used in this case was the Elevate 95 grams, which is exactly the same weight as the shaft I'm currently gaming. So again, the difference was mainly on the club head, and I have to be honest, it felt really good, really good. Okay, so let's look at the numbers. With this one, I didn't have a bad shot, but I think that has nothing to do with the club. As you can see, I gained about 2 miles an hour, from 77 to 79 miles an hour. And I have to be honest, I was swinging the same, so there was no real difference there. Angle of attack, a little, I guess I was making a little better contact, so negative 0.8 on average. Ball speed 108 compared to 105, but that's obviously including the bad shot in there. Smash though, overall, I had a better smash factor. And here's where this difference came. The spin rate was about 1,000 more with this Apex. So you are going to get a little more spin on using the Apex without losing the distance, obviously. The distance was about the same. This is in meters, 141, so about 155 yards. Dynamic loft, 25.9. Total distance, again, the total distance I'm not considering it because there was a big hill at the end. And TrackMan, as you know, it tracks the ball all the way to the end. But overall, the numbers look pretty good. What I can see from here is the spin rate was better, a little higher for 7 iron. That's what I would like. And I was always thinking that it was my swing, that I was swinging in a certain way where I kept the spin low, but it wasn't. In fact, the instructor that was there told me that it was the clubs that was generating more spin. Okay, so if I put both graphs together, you can clearly see the difference. On top is the Apex, and even if we consider that a bad shot with my own clubs, the swing speed individually on each shot was about 2 miles an hour more. So If you're thinking about getting this Apex 21 and you're coming from something like me, from some old irons, you're probably going to gain some swing speed. The angle of attack as well, a little lower, so I think a little better strike with the Apex. The smash was about the same, I think I would say. The spin rate was clearly more on the Apex, so this is one of the things that could definitely make a difference compared to my clubs. Now you also may think about cleaning your club face, because a lot of times if you don't clean the grooves, that may have an effect on your club. So mine are not always clean, so but I'm not sure if that's completely true. So you can definitely see that the spin rate was higher with the Apex. Carry distance was about the same, I would say, but the consistency was better with the Apex for sure. So here's a graph on the dispersion of the Apex. The Apex is the red ones. So I did push a few shots here, 2 shots actually, and as you can see, they're more forgiving, because the ones that I push with my regular clubs, where is the purple ones, they were a little more to the right, I would say, generally. And as far as the distance, even though there was a few longer ones with my own clubs, you can see that definitely the consistency is amazing, because it's all about the same. 4 shots and they were basically right there, about the same distance. So that's if you look at mine, even on not considering the bad shot, the distance is a bit different here. 2 were the same, and 1 that I pushed here was way shorter. That could make a difference at the course, I would say, definitely. Okay guys, so that was it for the review of the Apex 21. For me, I would definitely recommend them if you're trying to get new clubs. Again, from my point of view, I think if you try the same swing weight, you're gonna feel more comfortable, and it's gonna be a better comparison, I think. So if you have clubs that are D1s or D2s or whatever they are, I think it's best to have the same swing weights when you're trying out new clubs, and also the same shaft. You know, I think if you compare them with about the same specs of what you have already, then you can really see a difference. Otherwise, it's just gonna be, you know, you try like some of the same clubs that the loft is jacked, and you know, it's gonna be obvious that they're gonna go farther, and then you're gonna base your review on just distance. So in this case, everything was the same specs, same shaft, everything, and as you can see, it was more consistent with the Apex. So anyway, so I hope you liked the review. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.